Eh bien, salut tout le monde, on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle carrière qu'on appellera Mode Histoire sur 2K25. J'espère que vous allez bien. On a fini le mode carrière avec Elpig, il y avait la fin, disons, basique, mais le jeu nous dit bien qu'il y a un multivers, plein de choix importants, avec des conséquences. C'est ce qu'on va faire. Je tiens à préciser que pour ce mode Histoire, ce mode Ascension, il y aura beaucoup de cinématiques et très peu de commentaires, parce que j'ai déjà commenté le mode Histoire. Pas grand chose à dire de plus. Dans les combats, je pourrais parler de temps en temps, mais c'est surtout pour faire des choix différents, les choix impactants. Je vais montrer aussi parfois des cinématiques qu'on a vues. Par exemple, le début, pour expliquer s'il y a des personnes qui tombent sur ce let's play sans avoir vu le précédent, il n'y a pas de souci, en espérant que ça vous plaise. C'était pas prévu de base, mais je me dis, si on peut kiffer un petit peu plus, on se fait plaisir. Je compte sur vous pour laisser vos likes. Voilà, montrez-moi que vous êtes toujours aussi présents, quelle que soit l'histoire qu'on partage ensemble. Est-ce que la guerre civile, The Civil War, spécial WWE, va être aussi stylée, avec des choix différents? Eh bien, c'est ce qu'on va voir maintenant.
It's not often that the Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque, is here on Raw. He must have some major news to share.
Let's hear what the game has to say.
As you all know, we've been building a new era in WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here or an outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is going to be the superstar to lead us to that next level? Well, we're going to answer that question starting next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft.
The WWE Draft kicks off next Monday. That's huge news.
Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a chief content officer, I'm gonna drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected #1 overall and become the leader of this new era. This individual is going to be a force in the women's division for years to come. I've seen her potential for greatness already as the top star of another promotion. That's right, I think you know who I'm talking about. They could be the next AJ Styles, the next Jade Cargill, or better yet, carve their own path to lead the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
The CCO just alluded to the fact that we might have a rival promotion star going #1 overall.
Oh, I can't wait for draft night.
Hello there. So nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you, too.
We are so excited for your arrival in WWE. And by the way, I've heard how things are handled where you're coming from, and this is going to be a breath of fresh air. Nothing but professionalism on this side of the fence.
Don't believe everything you read online, but that's good to know. So, what's the plan?
We want your impending debut at the draft to stay top secret. So to keep all the internet sleuths guessing, management thought it would be a good idea for you to compete for another promotion one last time. So, where do you want to go?
I wouldn't mind one more match over in Japan at PWJ. Can you make that happen?
Sure thing. Just don't get injured. And a win would be nice. We'd look like idiots if our big free agent lost before their debut.
Got it. I'll take care of business.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Changement plutôt important et pas des moindres. On affronte Ava Moreno au Japon. Déjà, gros changement, ceux qui ont suivi les carrières précédentes d'El Piguette, bah vous savez que Ava, ça pouvait être notre ami comme notre ennemi. On a eu pas mal de rivalité ensemble. Oh là. Et elle s'est dit, si on l'affronte pour un dernier combat, même l'arbitre, tu vois, il est chaud patate. Merci, monsieur l'arbitre. Tiens. Ah, monsieur l'arbitre, c'est bon là. On est en indé ou on n'est pas en indé. Donc comme je vous l'ai dit, les matchs que vous n'avez pas pu voir dans la première carrière, bah là, celui-ci, bah, je vous montre que ça fait plaisir de voir Ava. Et après, on fera du montage, on montrera ce qu'il faut pour que ce soit plutôt sympa. Donc j'espère que ça vous plaît. J'ai préféré choisir un dé. Après, on pourra pourquoi pas faire une troisième histoire hein, avec SmackDown ou Raw. Voilà. Et j'ai choisi El Piguette parce que je me suis dit peut-être que dès le début, dès qu'on fait un choix féminin ou masculin dès le début, il va peut-être avoir une différence. Donc, on fait, on voit, et puis on verra bien de toute façon. Il n'y a que ceux qui essaient pas, qui font pas d'erreur. Oh, regardez-moi ça. En parlant d'erreur, elle aurait jamais dû accepter de participer à ce combat. Et ouais, regardez-moi ça. Après, j'avoue, je me suis pas pris la tête à faire des nouvelles tenues, etc. C'est beaucoup de temps pour pas grand-chose. Ce qu'on veut, c'est des souplesses, c'est faire mal, et ça, hop là, à la piquée d'El Pig. Eh oui. On est dans un univers parallèle. C'est elle qui a cette liste de coups. Simplement un. Ne te relève pas tout de suite, Ava, s'il te plaît. Ouh, je voulais essuyer mes pieds. Calme-toi, calme-toi. Je t'ai dit de te calmer. C'est là le problème d'Ava. Elle a toujours été comme ça, hein, dans toutes les carrières. C'est qu'elle n'écoute pas. On a beau lui dire plein de choses. Simplement zéro, bah oui. On est là. Ah, tiens, on a notre spécial. Elle n'a pas un spécial au sol, je ne crois pas. Elle a uniquement son spécial debout. Attention. Olé. Un petit coup pour... je dis un petit coup. Voilà. Et logiquement, c'est terminé pour elle. Désolé. Oh, on va encore plus dans la face. Faut terminer ce combat rapidement. On n'est pas là pour cueillir des saucisses.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
And it just got even bigger. It's the hottest free agent in wrestling.
Are the rumors true? Are they going to be the #1 pick? We'll find out soon enough.
I'll go with what I use on my dating app. I don't like to take things too seriously. I like a good reality TV show, scrolling endlessly through silly pet videos on my phone, and when I'm not busy with that, I enjoy bashing people's heads in. So, I guess you could say I'm a bit more comedic and fun.
Honestly, I was not expecting that. What can you say about the rumors that are swirling around tonight?
They're all true. Valhalla and I are starting an all-girl pop group. You want in?
I meant the rumors about you going #1 overall in the draft.
Oh, right. Well, it would mean a lot, but it's just an opportunity. You still need to win matches and championships, or none of this draft stuff matters.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations, especially with everything lined up tonight.
What's tonight?
The draft?
Oh, I was mainly here to work on some choreography with Valhalla, but I guess I can squeeze in time for the draft.
Good one. I gotta get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, SmackDown is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one.
Talk about making a splash. Nick Aldis got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this, Raw.
Stand by there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment.
What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
Hey, you all right?
I'm okay. I know we didn't cross paths too much at our former workplace, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I appreciate your advice, but I don't think it is. Like I said, on to the next thing.
Walk it dry.
She goes for the cover.
What a resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess she's taking matters into her own hands.
Good, I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Roxanne Perez from NXT?
Why was she doing this?
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough. Sit down and stay there. What are we going to do with her?
We're gonna get some answers, and we're gonna get them right now.
You have no idea.
Normally, I'd have a clever one-liner response. We'd maybe go back and forth a bit, it'd be a hoot. But it looks like I've got to be both good cop and bad cop. And bad cop says, start talking.
The new era has arrived.
Is this about the draft? Because Triple H said it was the start of a new era?
It's been right in front of you, but you can't ignore it anymore.
What's been right in front of me?
Lardon.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking nobody out of here.
On va devoir évacuer notre frustration sur Roxanne, lui faire mal. Et ça change parce que déjà, de base, c'était Tony D'Angelo qui nous avait menacé avec la carrière d'Elpig. Mais encore une fois, hein, pour ceux qui se demandent, c'est pas une carrière féminine. Elpig va arriver dans pas longtemps. Mais c'est juste, on veut commencer avec qui? Voilà, je précise au cas où, pour ceux qui viennent de tomber sur l'épisode. Voilà, la frustration. Et logiquement, d'après mes calculs, si je fais tout bien, il y aura 4 ou 5 épisodes. Normalement. Donc ce sera une série plutôt courte. Et peut-être qu'on va faire ça pour les autres choix. On verra, si je me motive. Et là, pour une fois que je suis motivé, on va pas s'en priver. Oh là, magnifique ça. J'ai appris ça au dojo. Bon, Roxanne, dis-nous qui a fait quoi là? Qui est derrière tout ça? Même si on s'en doute. Mais d'accord, placez votre finisher. Pour ça, on va tout mettre en œuvre pour que ça monte rapidement. Magnifique. Et pour l'histoire numéro 1, moi j'ai trouvé ça très sympa. Court, concis, tout ce que tu veux. Mais ça manquait un peu de folie. Après, ils ont peut-être réservé certains choix. Avec, voilà. Parce que quand on avait vu le trailer de MyWise, il y avait un moment où on se prenait un coup de taser au niveau des cordes. Je sais pas si vous en souvenez. Et ça, on était très très loin d'avoir ça, nous, dans notre carrière. Donc il y a peut-être des choix à faire. Là, vu qu'on a choisi ce côté un petit peu loufoque, peut-être que ça va amener à ça. C'est-à-dire, si on propose le choix pour Elpig au niveau de son caractère, et bien je choisirais le même caractère. Blagueur, enfantin. Ça nous ramènera peut-être à des situations les plus invraisemblables. Après en avoir fait une qui était quand même assez sérieuse. C'est bien de changer. Ah d'accord, Roxanne elle a déjà son finisher. Grâce à sa révolte, enfin à sa rage. Mais ça sert à rien d'avoir un finisher, des attaques. Ça sert à pas grand chose. Si tu n'arrives pas à les placer par la suite, il n'y a aucun intérêt. Oh. Par contre, elle est assez jolie sa tenue là. Non, non. Pas comme ça. Pas comme ça, Zinedine. Ça ne se passera pas comme tu veux. Là, je contre. Et je fais le spécial. Presque. 50% raison. Allez, Roxanne, toi, on est bien complémentaires en plus, toi et moi. Tu le sais. Bon, faisons-lui des spéciales. Au cas où. Non, non, calme-toi. Merci. Voilà. Par contre, s'il nous demande de faire le spécial maintenant... Non, c'est bon. Un tombé tout de suite. Merci, Roxanne. À bientôt pour de nouvelles aventures, sans doute.
This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Roxanne Perez and whatever this was all about.
Now what? Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Nikita Lyons from behind. What is happening?
And now Roxanne Perez is recovered and is joining NXT's Nikita Lyons. Clearly Perez wasn't acting alone in all this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We gotta get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Nick Aldis is trying to intervene.
Trick Williams with a chair.
And Aldis goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO opponents? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Adam Pearce, and we're going to work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said. About Triple H?
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
You're right. Punk's fired up about getting attacked and not thinking straight. He did have a point, though, that we have to be careful about who to trust.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
And it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who can step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from... They're from a rival promotion.
Okay. But how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We used to date. So yeah, I'd say I know them very well. And trust was never an issue.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Wow, you came all the way to Japan to see me. Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Ah, my ex calling me desperate. I missed that.
I'm going to ignore that. But I suppose we did make a good team. Might be nice to get back together. In the ring only, of course.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
I've been ready for a change, and WWE could be the breath of fresh air I need. I'm in.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
Okay, and try to win? Because if you lose, I might have second thoughts about this. And then my next best option is this guy named Troy Simpkin, and at that point, I might as well just let NXT take over.
Haven't changed a bit. So this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need the space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy. But for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this wrestling for the competition, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best. Which, in my case, is being... comedic and fun.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
I've only been here for 5 minutes, but I'm already sick of Mutiny bragging about their precious intergender NXT Unity Tag Championships. Well, what if we came up with our own, not at all similar versions? That would really cause a mutiny.
Oh, it's like we share the same brain. I'll put in a call to my props and gags guy right away.
Two of the key players in the recent NXT Mutiny attack were the Unity Tag Team Champions. The Raw and SmackDown side has countered not with an attack, but instead by creating brand new Tag Team Championships of their own. Please welcome the brand new Unified Tag Team Champions, the #1 draft pick, and their partner who's making their WWE debut.
Thanks, Kathy. You might recognize my new partner from another promotion that shall not be named, but now he's here to help me take down this NXT mutiny. And what better way to do that than with these fancy new championships?
That's right. The GMs thought we were the perfect pair to hold these new unified titles.
I gotta say, this sounds and looks very similar to the NXT Unity titles.
Not at all. Our titles have red accents, while theirs have silver.
Our titles are open to intergender competition from any brand, not just NXT.
And finally, our titles have never been lost in a match.
Okay, but isn't that just because they're brand new? I'm still not seeing how these titles are any different.
Zip it, Kathy. We'll show you and the entire WWE Universe just how special and unique our Unified Championships are when we defend them. Later tonight on Raw!
Okay, can't wait.
I see what you're doing here with these Unified Championships. Funny.
I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny.
You used to date each other, right?
Don't hold that against me.
I won't. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
Is it though? Like you said, you're too close to this. It might be clouding your judgment.
I know you're new here, so I'll let that slide.
Bottom line, we're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
It's one half of the Unified Champs, looking like a king tonight. First they come up with knockoff titles. Now he's rolling in as a knockoff Lexus King. I love it.
He does seem determined to get under Mutiny's skin. But I hope he hasn't forgotten he's still heading into a match.
The Unified Champs are channeling the Unity Champs in a match that should be unique. The laughs may or may not stop, but the action starts now. And the other half of the Unified Champions doing her best JC Jane impression.
After seeing her partner, I'm sure nobody was surprised to see the gear she decided to wear on her tonight. But you have to admit, she's really pulling it off.
Are you saying you got a toxic attraction to our Unified Champion?
I'm not going that far, but well played.
I knew it. Hopefully the Unified Champs haven't overlooked their opponents here tonight. Otherwise they're in trouble.
Here's where the mind games stop and the match begins.
Ne vous inquiétez pas, si dans la partie précédente, vous nous avez vus avec des tenues différentes, c'est juste qu'on a fait un match un peu amical pour les provoquer, Lexix et JC Jane. Et je trouvais les entrées plutôt sympas, vu qu'on s'est moqué. Voilà. Donc, juste pour vous dire, il y aura des coupures, mais ce sera toujours assez facile à suivre si vous connaissez l'histoire de base. Et là, ce qu'il faut qu'on fasse, leur faire mal. Et ces matchs-là, par contre, je les montrerai en entier. Et que les petits matchs où on me dit, tout à l'heure, j'ai battu, c'était qui C'était Zelina Vega et je sais plus qui d'autre. Je me souviens plus. Mais c'était juste un combat, gagnez-le. Il n'y avait pas de cinématique, c'était juste un combat pour faire un combat. Je vais vous épargner ça. Ça, mieux vaut que ce soit court et concis. En espérant que ça vous plaise. Hein. Peut-être que personne va suivre, vous n'allez pas aimer. Là, je vais me dire, ah, zut. Moi qui ai tout donné. Mais c'est pas grave, au moins, tant que ça me fait kiffer, c'est le principal. Regardez-moi cette force de la nature. Ouais, tu peux compter jusqu'à 1000 si tu veux. Mon petit Michael Cole, ça passe. Alors là, j'ai le choix, soit de faire le changement, soit de continuer pour le spécial, mais on va faire le changement. Comme ça, El Piguet aussi va pouvoir participer à tout ça, parce que c'est quand même son aventure principale à elle. Faut oublier que c'est elle qui est un peu plus mise en avant dans celui-ci. Mais déjà, je suis très content de voir des cinématiques ou même des blagues qu'elle a fait en mode tiens, il faut que je m'entraîne pour notre chorégraphie et tout. C'est des dialogues qui diffèrent, certains ne verront pas la différence. Moi, vu que c'est tout frais la carrière, je la vois. Voilà, attention, ne ratez pas, fermez les yeux. Oui, on lui a vraiment fait bien mal au doigt. Et voilà, c'est fait. Maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'on doit faire de beau? Et quel pig? Voilà, ça tombe mal. On a fait le pire choix possible. Je lui disais, El pig, saisissez JC. Sauf que, bah, elle est mal. Nous, on est mal. Et Lexis, pour l'instant, il est bien. Et là, je me dis, le changement, j'aurais pas dû le faire. J'aurais dû les laisser faire le changement eux. Mais c'est bon là. Hé, arrête. C'est bon, on a rigolé 3 minutes. Bon, faut juste que je lui fasse mal avec une prise. Pour que lui, il ait l'envie voilà, de faire le changement. Nous aussi, double tag team. Et il faut la saisir. Calme-toi, calme-toi, on n'est pas pressé, regarde-moi ça.
Locking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues. JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexus came with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it. The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
It's SmackDown GM Nick Aldis. They were ready for this. Credit to the unified champions for being prepared.
Hold on, spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move. And down on JC Jane with the cover.
1, 2,
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny. And don't forget the assist from Nick Aldis.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you goaded them into defending their Unity titles, and then walked away with them too. Well done.
Thanks. Nick Aldis came through when it mattered. It was a team effort.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldis and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
We spoke to him, and he insisted it's what's best for business. I guess we have to take him for his word at this point.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Le scénario est terminé. On récupère toujours plus de titres et plein de nouvelles choses, qu'importe la carrière que vous faites. Et ça, c'est plutôt appréciable. Alors, j'ai choisi El Pig, parce que dans notre histoire de base, on a choisi El Pig, mais celle de base, El Pig était le principal. Là, El Pig est le secondaire. Donc, je pense que c'est un bon choix. Vous avez remarqué la différence ? Nick Aldis nous a aidé à gagner le combat, sauf que durant la précédente histoire, c'était celui qui est blond, qui a les cheveux mi-longs, je sais pas si vous vous en souvenez, mais on avait fait un combat au Performance Center, donc l'histoire, elle change, pas tant que ça, mais elle change quand même. On va s'arrêter là pour le premier épisode, j'espère que ça vous plaira, comme ça, logiquement, il y aura 4-5 épisodes pour toute la carrière multiverse, si on peut dire ça comme ça. Merci à vous de l'avoir suivi, on se retrouve dès demain pour le prochain épisode, et puis sinon, je vous dis à la prochaine, portez-vous bien, et puis c'est tout, allez, salut.